Hi guys, today I'm bringing you a tutorial for this very quick, fast and easy look that I've created because last time around I did something very fancy, very full on. Today I want to simplify it because, you know, YouTubers can sometimes be really over the top and just do a lot of unnecessary things that just for daily makeup are not really approved and do not really work because they just take so much time. You know, everyone loves a good makeup, something that takes a long time when you go out or when you have a special event, but not everyone has the time and also the skill like to do something very fancy on an everyday basis. So today I'm bringing you a very fast, very easy one brush eye makeup with a very fast skin complexion thing. So you can pair this with anything. You can amp this up with a colorful lip if you want, or you could go on your day with this look and just add a nude lip. So that's exactly what I did and I hope you like it. And if you want to have some tips on how you can make your makeup game faster, then keep on watching.
I'm stepping in the club like where the fuck the party at? I'm stepping in the club like...
Hi guys, I'm back again with another tutorial, but last time around I did a very dramatic full-on look, and today I want to keep it very simple, very fast, very easy, and mostly neutral, if that makes sense. So something that you can pull off very fast, combine it with nearly every lip you wanted to, just be out the door and be really quick. Okay, so I've already moisturized my skin. Something I notice when wanting to do really fast makeup is that people tend to stick to less products, which is completely okay, but the deal is you want to make those products multi-purpose. So I'm going to start off with some concealer. I have two shades of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer right here, so I'm going to use those two to kind of do my foundation. I want to skip foundation in general and just do most of the stuff on my face with concealer. And since these two have quite good coverage, but they also tend to look really natural on the skin, I tend to like those for days where I don't want to wear a foundation. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the lighter shade of the two directly underneath the eyes. I'm not even going to bother with stuff like highlighting. What I do is also I like to apply the lighter shade more towards the center, so kind of semi-contouring and highlighting, but not really. Okay, and then you want to also have your brushes handy. I have a small concealer buffer brush that I like to use to just distribute everything, and then I tend to go over everything with my fingers. And I make sure to disinfect my hands before doing any makeup, because that's actually the reason why a lot of blemishes are growing. If you want to buff anything out even further, you can take a bigger brush. Then I'm going to take the darker shade. I'm just going to go over the rest of my features, you know, where I have some pigmentation just on the outer perimeter. And okay, and this most of the time I will buff out with my big brush just because it saves some time. And if you do not have any big blemishes which you want to conceal still with some camouflage, so you kind of do the pinpoint concealing thing, unless you want to do this technique, that's perfectly fine. Also, to save some time, I'm just gonna quickly powder my face. Especially if you don't have a lot on your face, you want to make sure to tap the brush on your skin and not buff it in. Okay, once that is done, we're gonna do the eyebrows. Now, eyebrows for me is very tricky because, you know, I don't really have a lot of hair, so I like to fake it. And usually I like to take two different colors on my brows, but when I want to be fast, I'm just taking one, and this is the darker one, the chocolate dip brow. And I'm going in with a very fine pointy brush, so you can concentrate the color on a very small area. And I'm also taking a brush to first brush through my hair, and then I'm really just hitting the spots where I lack some hair. So I'm just concentrating on getting the shape going, not really defining everything too much. I don't even bother taking some color through the front because we're going to add a colored brow gel, so that's not really important there. Okay, that's about as far as I want to go with the dip brow. Now I'm going to take my colored brow gel, which is from Kiko. It's the Eyebrow Fibers colored mascara, so it's technically not only brow gel, it's also fibers, which is good if you have very sparse brows. And I'm just applying this to my brows. Most of the time after this I'm brushing through with a normal spoolie. I'm just roughly going around the edges with my concealer brush so there is no color where it's not supposed to be. Okay, I'm not the person really for doing eyeshadow when I'm on the go, so when I want to be done really quick, I would just do mascara and be done with it. But since I want to show you that you can do some eyeshadow, I'm going to do it today. For this I'm going to use a Maybelline Color Tattoo eyeshadow. I really suggest investing in a good cream shadow because that will save you a lot of time. And this is the color On and Bronze. I'm just taking this on my finger, I'm not wasting time with a brush, and then taking a clean finger to kind of blend it out. This alone could be enough and you can rock it also like this. You don't really need to do anything else, but I will. I'm going to take my Zoeva Naturally Yours palette. It has a lot of pretty bronzy shades in it. Now just taking one brush for this whole look, and it's going to be a blending brush. And I'm going to dip into this bronzy shade right here. This is called Sweet Sound. Tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to press it onto the lid. You can also go into the crease with this. Don't worry about blending too much now. Quickly clean off your brush. I'm just using a simple tissue. And you're just quickly going into the bronzer you're going to use. So you're using amount of product. And with this you're going to blend out the shadow. Bronzer tends to blend better over eyelids that are not primed really than eyeshadows. So it's kind of your safest bet to just go in with a bronzer. Same blending brush. I'm just going to dip in with the tip of the brush into that same shimmery bronzy shade, and I'm just going to connect upper and lower lash line. Making it nice and hazy, you know, nothing too dramatic. Okay, and the final step to the eye makeup is to highlight your inner corners. You can easily use the same the same highlighter you use on your face. So now quickly apply some mascara, curl the lashes. Okay, right now I'm putting on my glasses. I would suggest you do the same if you have glasses. And now I will bronze up my face very, very quickly. In a rush, I don't really bother with contouring or anything really. I just bronze up my face. I don't even always do blush, simply because I find that especially in summertime or even in winter, bronzer can be enough, like totally. You don't always need to stress on putting on blush or anything. I think bronzer is totally enough to make you look a little bit more fresh than you usually are. And as my highlight, and I'm going to apply this very, very punctual, so not all over crazy. I'm just going to use the same eyeshadow that we've used in our inner corner, mixed with a little bit of the white shadow in the palette as well. And I'm just going to concentrate this really on the high point and a little bit above the arch of my brow. I was just going to do my lips, and I've chosen something very corally because I think it's very wearable, very fast, very easy to apply. Things like this are very easy when you're on a rush, but you could also modify this makeup to, you know, whatever lip you want. You could do a very dark berry lip with this look, which would look very nice. You could do a red, a pink, you could do a complete nude, just whatever you like, but I'm just going to stick with the coral. Okay guys, that was my very, very quick look. So without explaining, I think you can do this within 15 minutes. It's not very difficult, everyone can do this. You only need one brush for your eyes, and then the rest is kind of up to you. I think everyone has kind of different fast foundation routines. Some like a very full coverage foundation and then just little tiny bits of concealer. Some like the exact opposite, so a very light foundation and only minimal concealer, or you know, whatever, you know, what works for you. Those were just some of my tips for getting a makeup done really fast. However, again, if I could choose on what I spend most time, I would definitely choose eyebrows. So in the morning, I take about half an hour to get my makeup ready, just on a normal basis. And usually I don't really do eyeshadow. I would either do like a bright lip and focus on my skin. But most of the time I will focus on my brows. So from those 30 minutes alone, 15 minutes go into working my brows because I like them to look flawless, and I like the pieces that I draw on as if they are not drawn on. So if you wish, I could do a brow routine showing you exactly how to achieve this, although it may take a little bit longer. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You could take some tips from it, and I hope you try it out. See in how many minutes you can get finished. Bye guys!